I loved this experience. Harry's been just a wonderful experience. And I've always been fathering and having special experiences with little people. I love the tree because it was an experience we had together. And we have a day-to-day, we have an experience. Every summer, that I'm glad she did it because it gave her a great experience with her mother. Those were challenging experiences that we were having an experience. Let's say me and a wife would have an experience, or even me and one of my kids would have an experience that's being filmed by our experience being public, because all the fruit that I got from it with my children and my experience. Our kids are starting to trickle in. We're going to sit down and have a whole family experience here. We read through the Nativity. We have an experience together. And there's one time when I'm watching all the wives in the kitchen work together, knocking hips. And I was really pleased to see the experience.
Okay, we're starting a new adventure. We're starting a new experience.
The pain of this experience has caused much trouble.
I watched my mom and my dad have a honeymoon experience.
When truly scrumptious comes into the family, it's this beautiful experience.
You keep using the word.
Janelle came in the family, and it diluted this experience I had with Mary.
I don't think it means what you think it means.
The experience of that coming together. Mary comes to the picnic, and we're having this experience. It's just not that easy. It's like I've gone through an entire experience.
It was a sweet experience.
I got a feeling through this experience that having this experience with Ariella here, I always wanted this big family experience. I had this wonderful experience with my own family. We had this whole experience with this catfish. This tattered bunch of t-shirts is just like an old unraveling of our 30-year experience.
Cody wants a soulmate experience with each one of his wives.
It's just a shock to me, the whole experience.
When I came to the family, I saw this big group family team experience.
So being in this Christmas house is a wonderful experience. We have an experience. We have this nice family experience, and it was a pleasant experience.
I missed the big experience.
Wink.
Hello. Hey there, sister friends. Let's go ahead and get some exclusive SOS supporters. Oh, let me introduce you to Amaretto. So yes, I am in a different location here right now. I am balancing my laptop on my legs because of this one. This is Amaretto. And she wants me to be with her at all times. It's a cat sitting on a new level. It's very sweet because she was a rescue cat and she had been there for many. In fact, she was free. She was there for so long. She was the longest resident in the entire shelter, and therefore she was free. My daughter didn't know it when we picked her out, but it was just sort of meant to be. And she was a little skittish, a little standoffish, a little could be hissy, could bite at times. But overall, we could tell that there was a sweet little cat in there, and sure enough, and especially now, she's on this special diet, and not only has it made her very soft and very sweet, her diet's special, it's just rabbit. She eats rabbit, ground up rabbit, and rabbit in dry food formula. So not rabbit food that the rabbits eat, but rabbit. And it's done wonders for her, and it's actually changed her whole personality. We knew. She's a sweetheart. So now the cat who would never sit on your lap for over a year is on top of me at all times, except she will not sit next to me on the couch where my son-in-law and my daughter always sit, and where the cat always sits with them. I don't know if it's because they're not here. I don't understand it. I live streamed with exclusive SOS supporters from there last night. No cat to be seen. Prior to it, she just kept summoning me to come upstairs into bed. She spends all night with me here in the guest room. So I figured I am live streaming. from the guest bedroom of my daughter's home, where I am making amaretto a priority this evening. Poor thing, poor thing. Poor thing had to lay up here in bed all by herself yesterday. Life is rough. All right, so there are 3 levels of ticker tape names that are going to go across the bottom today. The exclusive SOS supporters are going now, but it's not all of them. Round two is the remainder of the SOS exclusive supporters and our big supporters. And then round 3 are all our keep the lights on level. So that's just how the numbers broke up and how it all worked out. Okay. All right, housekeeping out of the way. I hope you saw my video. I finally got it done and posted just in time for the show to air last night. It was a rough week between the kids coming into town the day before Thanksgiving Day, and then the next day driving for 8 hours down to Nashville. I took 3 days out of my week from being able to work. So this week will be a little bit like that. No, it'll be a lot like that because, well, Wednesday I work all day. And then my kids come home in the evening. I'll pick up my daughter and her husband from the airport. And then Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I'll be hanging out with them because I haven't seen them. I've been here for a week, but they're on an island somewhere. And so I needed to visit with them before coming back. And really, it's just going to be Saturday and Sunday to do that because they're working on Friday. And Thursday, I'm sure, will be crazy in terms of just readjusting and coming back here. So that's the plan. My goal is Monday, I will get up at the crack of dawn and drive home. And when I think about that, I realize I have to give myself 9 hours because of the time change. Oh, I will do my best. I will do my best. What I could probably do is push the time. I might just do that automatically rather than having this at 7 o'clock. I might just automatically set it for being later in the day, which means we might have to skip a live watch of Seeking Sister Wives, but that way I just know that I won't miss out. All right. So that's the tentative plan. It's, it's the holidays. Things are going to get crazy for the next month or so. And I think I have another trip or 2 back here in the next month. Gosh, yeah. Within the next 30 days, I should say. No, in the next month and a half. I'm going to be back here definitely once. Maybe twice. No, definitely twice, maybe 3 times. Oh, my. Okay. It's a crazy time. It's a crazy time. Sister Wives keeps plugging through. Sister Wives I feel like it knows my schedule and it decides to ramp up and air when my life is personally the craziest. Because during the summer, it's the easiest for me and there's no Sister Wives. It's aggravating. There's no Seeking Sister Wives. I mean, this year, my goodness, we had Seeking Sister Wives, and Special Forces all going at the same time. So all of you who say, can you cover Welcome to Plathville? The answer is no. I don't have time to even watch it for my own personal enjoyment. So I'm not covering it. Plus, I missed all of last year anyway. All right. Look at all the people here. Oh my gosh, we have almost 200 comments already. So I'm just going to say hello to a few people that I see here at the top of the list. And then we're going to get talking about the show because I already rambled on with housekeeping details already so that you're up to date on what's going on. Kathy was here at 4:21 in the afternoon. I was logged in early today just to make sure everything was working. And Lynn was here at 4:51. Lynn is our infamous and fabulous moderator. Rhonda's our infamous and fabulous moderator as well. She's just busier than Lynn is. And somehow, I don't know, Lynn, by the grace of God, is always able to make these live streams. Let's see. Danny is here. Hello, Danny. And there is, oh, that's Danny again. This is going to be difficult because I am right-handed and the cat's on my right side. Let's try this. Okay. I should tip this down so y'all can, nope, you can't see her and me at the same time. Well, it'd be better to see her, but if I tip it enough to see her, then I'm not going to be able to read the screen. Let's see. Pam is here. Hi, Pam. And Darlene and Steffers. You know what? I actually never counted. I have count the experiences, but that was all in one interview. And I think it got up to 5 or 6. I can't remember. In the same interview. It not only in the same interview, that was in the same interview, in the same, like answering the same question. It wasn't like, because it was a long interview. It was like 2 hours long. But this was like within the same answer to a question. He used the word experience 5 or 6 times. It was crazy. The man loves to take a word and use it beyond its functional use anymore. Yeah. Yes, I know. She's being very good and quiet. This is used to be the most verbal cat in the world. I'm starting to think she was so verbal because she was just uncomfortable, because she's been very quiet. Now she just meows when she wants to eat, or she wants me to pet her or come up here to pet her. All right, we have Pookie. Hello. We have Lisa. Thank you for hitting the like button. I appreciate you all. Michelle is here. A couple more and we'll get talking. Knit My Bit. Hello. Hello, hello. Elizabeth. Hi. Sarah, Maggie, and Sarah Lewis. Did I get you? I think I got the other Sarah, but not you. Lady Bat. Okay, there we go. And a lot of conversation, Wolf Walker, hello, was happening here at the beginning. There are over 200 comments already. I love that you sister friends are just so comfortable getting on here and getting on here early and just chatting with each other. I think it's fabulous. Fabulous, I say. Let's see here. Oh, we have a super chat already. Darlene, thank you. Oh my God, stop saying experience. She's paying us to have Cody stop saying it. I feel like that intro is gonna wear its welcome. Even though the other one has gone for 1.5 years, I feel like people are gonna be like, can you go back to the last one? The Donnie and Marie, not Donnie and Marie. I always want to say that. The Sonny and Cher one. All right. All right. All right, Amaretto. Okay, I'm down low enough that I'm caught up to when this kind of began. Yes, Amaretto. And she's named Amaretto because of her orange coloring, which kind of looks like the liqueur Amaretto. And it's my daughter's favorite drink and my favorite drink. That's why she likes me. I'm having a cat sitting experience. Yes, I am, Jessica. Right now. This is a cat sitting experience that I am experiencing. Oh. Okay. Everyone's saying what the name of their cats are. So funny. Okay. This was an interesting show. I thought it didn't cover a whole bunch. And so I thought, wow, praise Jesus. There's a little bit of Cody, but we did a lot of the other sister wives beforehand and the other sister wives in here. When I do this review, it's not going to be my normal 2 to 2.5 hour long recording that I have. I recorded it today. It was almost 3 hours. All right. In there, I had to get up and get myself a dinner roll 4 times. So twice I just warmed up the dinner rolls from Costco. They don't make them at our Costco in Ohio anymore. I saw the big bag of dinner rolls. Heavenly. I don't know why they don't make them. Now I'm going to go to Costco and file an actual complaint. I thought it was a Costco thing. It's our personal Costco store that has chosen not to make dinner rolls anymore. Very upset with it. very upset. I mean, there was a time I literally got a Sam's Club membership just to get the dinner rolls. And that's partly because I coordinate weekend-long retreats and there's food involved. And so dinner rolls, thus dinner rolls. But, oh, I think half the bag is gone. And I've only had it for like 3 or 4 days. I don't know. I got it because of the different foods that I bought at Costco to make throughout the week and to have for leftovers and to make after they get back so they don't have to worry about cooking. However, I might have to go back to Costco and get some more dinner rolls. We'll see how it goes. 4 of them during the recording of it. 2 of them just nuked. 2. One with melted mozzarella on it and the other one with butter. Yeah, just mixing it up. Okay. Mama Squirrel, Mary's annoying laughter. Oh my goodness. People don't like Mary, but I do now. Her laughter makes me laugh. She seems truly joyous when she's laughing. It might be a little loud, it might be a little bit obnoxious, but I think because her face looks like it is joyful, I don't mind it that much. Oh, look at getting up and going somewhere. I don't know where we're going, but I'll be shocked if she doesn't come back. You're making me get all set up here in bed and sit here for how many hours? 3 hours, and you're gonna leave. Okay, just want to get it straight. I'm following the program. All right, thank you for hitting the like button, everybody. Ruth Carroll, 49th person to do so. Okay. So Mary doesn't bother me. Now, that being said, I probably have about 5 lines covering Mary in my review. It's 90% Cody and Robin again, even though they were barely in it. But like, I swear, every sentence that comes out of his mouth is as flagrant and ridiculous as the one before, or it tops it. And then I'm like, I can't let that go without saying something. And then, you know me, I go on a tangent. So there you go. All right. Let's see here. Yes, I am out of town. I'm at my daughter's house. She is on vacation and I'm cat sitting. And I am in the guest bedroom in the bed because this is where the cat prefers I be. But as soon as I started streaming, well, just a few seconds ago, she decided to get up. I bet she'll be back. She might just have to go do the kitty litter or something. Because she likes me being up here. Today, I was downstairs because I was recording the video. I'm like, I'm not recording this video from bed. So we are not sitting here. I'm not working from bed today. I went downstairs and I did it from her kitchen. And little Miss Amaretto kept coming by. I'm like, you're fine. Go lay down. And she'd leave. She'd come back. She'd leave. She'd come back. And then I'm like, And I said, what are you asking? Do you want to, you really want to sit with me? You really want me to pet you? She's become very needy in terms of touch, which is lovely because she didn't like touch before. And I'm like, all right, come up here on my lap. And she did. She jumped up on my lap and I'm thinking, I don't think my daughter would like this. So I texted her right away. I sent her a picture of the cat sitting on my lap and then the screen of me editing the show and saying, Amaretto said she wanted to really help me with work. Is this okay? She goes, very cute, but don't let her do it again. We don't want her getting in the habit of thinking that she can jump up on people's laps when we're eating dinner. I'm like, okay, fair enough. Because in my house, the cats wouldn't be allowed to do it either. And her chairs in her kitchen are like blue velvet. She's like blue velvet chairs. Clearly bought when she was single before she had children. Now it'll be fine for about the first year, but let's wait until about year 2 or 3 that this child of hers that she's expecting is starting to walk around with the greasy hands and touching things and wants to sit on the chair. Oh yeah. She's going to regret that. Hype. Yes. Thank you for mentioning it. If you're watching this on a cell phone, you can go to the comment section and swipe the comments to the left. and you'll see an opportunity to swipe to hype the video. So if you want to hype any of the videos, it just means you really like it, and it helps get the video out to more people. It's similar to hitting the like button, but you're limited to only 3 hypes a week. So therefore, they're kind of more important. And I think that the algorithm weighs it heavier than just the likes, because you can like anything. So I appreciate anybody who hypes any of my videos. Thank you. Thank you. It costs you nothing. It's just another algorithm from YouTube to help them know what do people like. Let's see. Thank you for telling people to like and subscribe. I appreciate that. Let's see here. All right, let's start going through the show. It started off, and I didn't know this till I actually recorded the video. Speaking of which, let me close the video player just because StreamYard has been really touchy lately, right? It's the sound every now and then is like it kind of crackles and it breaks, but I don't know that. I'm just talking normally. I actually thought it was my microphone that was doing it until I started watching lots of other content creators that were saying that they're experiencing the same thing. So they're working through something, some sort of glitch. I don't know. They released a bunch of upgrades to what they do. None of them are anything I care about. And I think in the process of doing that, it affected the audio quality. So they still have work to do. Thank you, Tina, for hitting the like button, number 82. So we started with Mary. Let's talk about Mary really quickly here because we can wipe that out of the way really quickly, because although there's technically a decent amount of airtime minutes she was on the show, it was just a nice palate cleanser. I didn't mind it. It wasn't exciting. I didn't learn anything. I mean, that's the better palate cleansers are the Janelle and Maddie ones, because they tend to share their feelings on the situation of the family and as it relates to Cody and as it relates to Robin. Whereas, or just as it relates to money, like they just talk about good stuff. And Mary is just talking about her dating life, which I'm not interested in, but I'm highly interested in Ron. Don't tell me that she's already broken up with him. I feel like I caught wind of that at some point when I was listening to some content creator at one point today when I was getting ready in the morning or doing something. I don't know. I don't even remember who it was, and it was just bits and parts. And I feel like they said that she may have, and then I'm like, don't spoil it for me. La 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 la. I really want, just like I want all 3 OG 3 wives to get together, I really want Mary to find just somebody's going to piss off Cody. It's really not even about Mary. It's about upsetting Cody. And that would really upset Cody. The OG 3 getting together, first and foremost, really will upset Cody. He can't pit one against the other anymore. Drive him nuts. It'll make some good television in the future. Too much editing, but a lot of good content in the future. And then Mary finding love. I'm sure he thinks, I know. Well, he said Christine's never going to find anybody better. She thinks she's going to find somebody better. And she's never going to find anybody. Like, she found somebody right away and married him, snatched him up and married him right away. But this guy, I feel like, would be even more threatening, especially if he's as nice as he looks. You can't tell. Obviously, he puts his best foot forward. But the last guy she dated, I got a bad vibe from him from jump. I didn't like Amos guy when he was in like the little interview thing. I'm like, something's off. I don't know what it was. And it turns out that, yeah, he was off. Whereas I don't get that from Ron. He seems like almost like a wholesome Midwestern guy who just raises kids and now has grandchildren and is just trying to find a companion to live out the rest of his life with. Now, I don't know that would be Mary. He seems too calm. But maybe opposites attract. Who knows? I don't know. But I just think that Cody would take one look at him and go, he's taller than me. He's better looking than me. He's nicer than me. That's a threat. And he's going to be funnier. Even if he says nothing, he's funnier because Cody like goes down a notch in the comedy category every time he tries to make a joke, which is kind of funny to say because no, David's jokes aren't bad. They're just dad jokes. So they're neutral. They're right here. They're not funny. They're dad jokes. I mean, every now and then a dad joke will hit and land, but it's pretty mid. All right. Whereas Cody, you just like you can't even go ha ha. Like you're like, oh wait, that was you trying to be funny, right? It's uncomfortable. It makes you squirm to watch him try to be funny because he doesn't really tell jokes. That's the difference. David will literally tell a joke. So you get it, you get the punchline, you get the setup. It makes sense. There's a flow to it, an A, B, C, and D. Kind of like a story, like as a joke would be written. Whereas not so much. Oh, I just realized I moved my screen over so you could see the comments there. Cody just makes you uncomfortable because he says weird and awkward things and then he laughs at his own joke, which is never funny. So right away, as long as he just doesn't even attempt a joke at all, he's already going to be funnier than Cody. So yeah. I'm all about the Ron storyline. I'm excited for that to start. In the meantime, this past episode was just a nothing burger. Really. I mean, they didn't even show the whole dating thing. Maybe they can't even take cameras into it, but it was just the prep and get ready. Now, I heard through the grapevine, and the grapevine being sister friends, last night that this Amber was a former polygamist. So she got out of a polygamous relationship. Now, I think that's fascinating. Do you want to talk about something new and interesting? Let's talk about another polygamous relationship. What is the circumstance? How many wives were there? I have so many questions in my brain that I want answered about Amber's relationship before. I don't need to know about what kind of person she is and how she loves hard and how she's a one-man kind of gal. And, just, I don't know you. I don't care. I mean, she seems nice. She really does. She seems delightful. Like if I met her in every day, just like listening to her, she seems coherent and not over the top. Like Christine's girlfriends, I don't know what it is about. I shouldn't say it collectively because there were about 4 of them there. But overall, the ones that talk the most, they just rubbed me the wrong way. I got the sense they were trying to be on TV, maybe. That's the vibe I got from them. Yeah, maybe they were trying to mirror Christine's energy because Christine's a little over the top. And so they were trying to, but I wasn't a big fan. There is not one of Mary's friends that has been on the show that I haven't liked and felt like, oh, okay, if I met this person on the street or through an organization or club or whatever at a party and we started talking, we would exchange phone numbers and maybe get coffee one day. Like they seem that down to earth that I would enjoy talking with them and learning more about them. All of them, really. I can't think of one I don't like. And there's been a bunch on the show. Now, they all seem smart too and well-spoken. Maybe that's it. There's so few well-spoken people on Sister Wives that it's refreshing. Now, Janelle, same situation. I'm loving all of Janelle's friends. And who knew the newbie girl, Alice? I think her name, yeah, Alice. I'm thinking she's Miss Tag along with the other 2. I just figured she came along with them that like, yeah, she would come to things every now and then, but really the first 2 were friends, but she's like, can I go to? No, that's not what happened. She's been a friend for over 13 years. She is the like ride or die to Janelle in terms of being there the whole time, which now makes sense. I didn't make that connection initially. And so now I get it when she said, well, their relationship at the beginning, it really was nice. They had a good relationship. And I'm like, because you watched the show? I don't, I didn't quite get it. And now I get it. So, all right. Let's see. Amy's Dots is taking shots. Taking shots at Mary. They had to find her a new friend. That was Mary's friend since she was a little girl. Stop. Y'all. You're all so mean to Mary. Everyone hates Mary. Listen, I get it. I did for many, many years. I've just changed. I don't know. A girl can change her opinion. I feel different now. Okay. Amaretto, are you coming back? Where are you? I don't know. What's your deal? Okay. Hello, Black Swan Gothica. Good to see you. Trish, thank you for hitting the like button. 106. I know I'm not going to see everybody's because there's so many comments, but when I do catch it as I scroll quickly by. All right. I will say, Vixen, with the craziness of the holidays and then this trip down here, the time it takes to travel down here and go back, and then now I'm going to be visiting with them as well. I am even more behind on making videos than I was before. So I haven't done a video on it, but I will. Or I'm going to address it either embedded in a video, or I really want to do my own separate video on it. I feel like I just need to do a comparison video of Cody saying, I'm sorry, I have to keep looking down at you. I'm so used to the camera being up here. And because I don't look at my face, I just look at the camera. There's a television on the wall there. I feel like that's what I should be looking at because there's a red dot on it. I will try to look you in the eye, my sister friend. So I'm behind in addressing the Leon thing, but I just thought what Leon said was golden, and I am so proud of Leon for calling Cody out. Really am. I just think it's fantastic. It needs to be said. Maddie is willing to do it. She's a little cryptic when she does it. I mean, not as cryptic with Robin last time when she said if Robin's mouth is moving, she's lying or something like that. I don't remember what she said. But I was very proud of Leon to just say, I just need to let everybody know, bold-faced lie. This man has not reached out to me. I've reached out to all my kids multiple times. Liar. All right. Oh, thank you, Pam, for mentioning that. When it's a live, you can't hype it during the live. You have to wait till it gets processed and then becomes like a posted video. And at that point, so as you're watching it live, which makes me think if you start late, but you start at the beginning and I end the live at 8:45, but you're still watching it until 9:30, you're still not going to be able to hype it, even though technically the video will have posted, because you're still in the I'm watching it live segment, if that makes sense. Okay. So when it comes to lives afterwards, it has to be a posted video, which my regular ones are posted once, and then the lives. Yeah. So yeah, that's, which is unfortunate. You can't let people know while it's live. Hey, there's a live stream, hype it, have people join. It's okay. It is what it is. Okay. So that's pretty much it for Mary. There was not much else she said. There was a lot of psychobabble at the very, very end of the show. I think I did address that again. A little bit. We talked about it last night a little bit more. Not psychobabble as much as just her I am worthy lines, which, like, yes, you are. Everybody is. I mean, even Cody's worthy. He just abuses it, but he's worthy. Sorry, balancing you on my knees. So, but I mean, if she just needs to keep saying it, it's good that she keeps saying it to herself, but she doesn't have to keep telling us. I just feel like that's maybe the 5th time she said it. So I'm a little bit over that. We are not in therapy right now, but thank you for sharing. Cody had some moments, didn't he? Where he was also spewing out some therapy. Well, he's repeating things that Robin says to him. So, just like he repeats the safe word. It was I just realized with my behavior at Coyote Pass, it could have gone much better because all I can do is control what I say. And if I would have done a better job at that, it would have gone better. Yes, Cody. You can control what you say. Is this news to you? Apparently. It is apparently news to him because he never controls what he says. And he lays down and allows it to happen by just saying, I just speak my mind. That's who I am. I hate that. I hate that. People who are mean and I'm sorry, it's my truth. I'm going to say it. I don't care if it hurts you. Like, what society do we have going on right now, people? It is ridiculous. And he's kind of the same way. That's just who I am. Well, change. You don't have inappropriate or bad behavior and just say, it's who I am. Like, it's that much worse when you act like that. Stop and change. Ugh. So he's acting like he is going to change. I don't believe it. I mean, hard to believe. Hard to believe. We'll see. Doubt it. Okay. Here we go. Elena says Cody is a joke, followed by Dawn saying Robin is a downer. She sure is. I didn't even address it this time, but there was one cut when they were talking about something and that, and then they cut to an interview with Robin when she was like, well, I think that, I mean, it was just so classic Eeyore. Her voice talks like this, and her eyes are looking down at the ground. I wonder what the producers think about the fact that she never makes eye contact with them. Do you think that really bothers them? You would think. Whew, she's a downer, all right. She is Eeyore. All right. Hello, everybody who's joining. Okay. Well, hello. Come here. You want to come here? Okay. Come on. Yeah. Uh-huh. I know. So much to say. Okay. Here you go. Here comes the petting that you want. Okay. I'm petting you. See? You like that? Okay, I thought so. Good girl. If I only do one hand, sometimes she'll take her head and she nudges the other one. She prefers a two-handed pet. She has gone from the poor troubled rescue cat to a bit of a diva. But it's okay because she's happy now. I'll take this cat who I could never touch before to the one that we picked up from the shelter. Don't ask me what made us get her. You know what? My daughter wanted an orange cat, and it's the first one we saw. So she's like, good. And I was like, okay, let's do it, because we had planned to go to like 7 shelters for that day. I'm like, whoo, this is nice. One and done. All right. And Murdo does not like sister wives. That's funny. She doesn't like Cody, that's for sure. All right, so we have finished on Mary. All right, Christine, the Christine segment. Let's talk about that one really quick. It was nice. It was a good palate cleanser because we got some new information. We normally don't really. We get these little setup scenes of how the two of them are going to bicker and fight and talk about how life is so different as a monogamist. And I really got to learn. I mean, it's been years that she's been living as a monogamist, but somehow we're still using this storyline and this thread that's going through her story that's getting old. So this was nice. This was nice. It was something different. They went somewhere different. Doesn't seem like anybody likes bowling, but they went there anyway. And here's what I liked about it. I liked watching David. Not that I liked him being silly. What I liked about David is that he just well, he makes Isabel laugh. I love that, especially after what she has to say about Cody. So he makes her laugh. He makes Christine just giddy happy, like she's over the moon still. She's still in the newlywed phase, so that's good. Luckily, not seeing the swapping, not that level of newlywed phase. Well, that's not even newlywed. That's just inappropriate. But at any rate, so I like that. I like the banter with Truly and him. I like that he meets her at her level. With Truly, she doesn't want to be coddled and loved and hugged and all that stuff as much as I think she enjoys having a little back and forth with somebody, and that's just who she is. And David is willing to fill that role because I think he likes to poke anyway. He does it with Christine all the time. So I guess Christine and Truly are very similar, which quite frankly, when they posed for that bowling picture at the very end, I thought Christine was Truly in that picture. I'm like looking at her going, oh, look at that's cute. That's cute. And then I look over at Truly and go, wait, that's Truly. So who? Oh, that's Christine. Wow. I didn't realize how similar they looked. But in that picture, they really did. So that's what I liked about David. Okay. The dad jokes can go, but it is what it is. It's fine. Like if they all like it, okay. It's not as bad as Cody just saying weird stuff and then laughing at what he said and thinking, well, why is that funny? Like even in this episode near the end, what did he say? He was talking about the wives. He was talking about how he was an a-hole, but he thought everybody in the world loved him. And then he found out that the 3 wives left him and then told him he was an a-hole. And he's laughing as he's telling the story. Yeah, I know. He is. He's an a-hole. I'm sorry. That's bad language. But I'm just repeating. I'm repeating what he said. Okay? Okay. So he says that, and then he's like, well, no, you're the a-hole. See, like, that's the kind of stuff that he thinks is funny. Like, it's not even slightly a joke. And in fact, the whole situation is uncomfortable and awkward. I don't like it. No bueno. So that's the difference. At least there's a punchline, you know? Why did the chicken cross the road to get to the other side? It's dumb, but it's a joke. Why did the pigeon cross the road? It was stapled to the chicken. It's a joke. It's a dumb joke. It's a joke. Okay. But then we get the Isabel sharing in the kindest way she could possibly say it. She said Cody's a deadbeat dad. It's basically what it comes down to. Yeah. Because she's like, yeah, I don't see him very much, really. We're not close. No, we're not. It's been a long time. I'm not really talking to him. And then for her to go on and explain, my mom is filling the role of mom and dad, and she does a very good job of doing it. And so that's all I really need. And then I also have David. And she goes on to praise David about how he's doing an amazing job of filling the role of mom's husband. And I'm here to be whatever you need me to be. And I think that's great. So because of that, I really enjoyed that scene. I really did. I just thought I was sad for Isabel. I felt like she was on the verge of tears. I'm happy for her that she didn't cry. On the flip side, had she cried, and you know, Cody watches the shows, it would have been nice for him to see that his daughter is struggling with the fact that he is not reaching out, not reaching out multiple times. Just saying. Okay. Let's see here. We have, so much going on in the conversation. Shanna Banana's here. I didn't see your post, Shanna, but I see somebody saying hi to you. So hello, Shanna. Good to see you. And Ladybird's mom, good to see you. Okay. Danny says, I'm not sure who said this. I'm on so many lives. But someone said McKelty stopped talking to Cody after the funeral, and now we know it could be because of Leon's comments of being dissed at the funeral. Okay. This is news to me, Danny. Where's Leon's comments about being dissed at the funeral? Oh, which reminds me, somebody, who was it? Pam actually sent me an email yesterday, she said, in the live stream, and I haven't had a chance to get over into that email today. But I'll open it up in case somebody sends me anything. I have not seen, like, I had heard, I mean, for the past year or so, I had heard that there was something that went down at the funeral, and there was something about Robin saying something to McKelty in her ear when she gave her a hug. I just don't know what the source of that information is. So, and I have learned, just like, Cody goes off as special forces early because he pulls a hamstring, that what people say can't be trusted. So unless I have documented proof of something, I don't believe it at all anymore. So share with me wherever you saw that. Unless it was just a Reddit post. It's fine if it's a Reddit post, if the Reddit post is posting a screenshot of something or something on social media. But I'd love to see that so I can add it to my list of things to talk about in the future. Okay. Cindy from Oz says, by the way, welcome Down Under. I wonder if the OG kids will set boundaries with Cody, like we will have contact with you, but not Robin because of the way she turns everything, as they say, into a negative. Oh, she has a gift of doing that, doesn't she? I didn't even really address in the last episode. I really took Robin's words. I just got upset with her because I'm like, it's a lie. When she said, oh, and have a relationship with me too. I'm like, you don't want to have a relationship with them. What are you talking about? And that's the route I went down. I didn't go down since then. I was able to listen to, Sunday afternoon, some videos from last week's episode that people were talking about. And I found it interesting that they took it from another perspective, in that, well, that's Robin being Robin. Well, if the kids are going to have a relationship with you, they have to also be having a relationship with me. She didn't come right out and say that, but the implication is there, especially since that's the story that happened before. That was part of the whole breakdown of the family, right? It was, we're tired of Robin controlling everything. We're tired of Robin calling all the shots. So anyway, interesting. Don wants to know, are they going to do one apology per episode? It is possible, because that conversation that they have has got to be worth an entire episode of Cody time. And then filling it in with, I don't know, Christine and David going skiing or something. I don't know, like filler stuff. We'll probably see next time Janelle and Cody, only the two of them. And we didn't see much preview from that. Like Mary's looked like there was a decent amount of meaty information in there. And even Christine, I feel like, well, her post interviews were intense. The actual meeting with Cody, we don't really see her being very responsive. In fact, she's just kind of smiling and joking about it. Oh, do I have to have more of my drink? Like, So she just seemed like this is all fun and games in the actual time. David was sitting next to her like, this is not funny. Not appreciating or liking the situation at all. So that was an interesting dynamic. That'll be interesting to see. I'm very interested in see the Mary one because, of course, she looks like she sets him in his place in terms of this whole apology tour he's on. And I said in the in the recording that I made today, I would love to count how many times he actually says, "I'm sorry." And it will not shock me if there's 0. But after 3 full meetings and dinners, how many times does he actually say, I am sorry, versus I apologize, removing himself from the personal nature of it all? Yeah. So I think next episode, we're going to see Mary's actual speed dating experience and how that goes. And then Christine doing something with David. It's a shame because this last one with Isabel was so good. All right. And then we're going to see Janelle. Those are the 3 things. I wonder if there's any Robin in it at all. We might have no Robin. Oh my gosh. Do you think that they're going to put in like Robin at home cooking for the kid? No, because even when Cody's not there, she's not going to even attempt to cook. What would she be doing with the kids? Helping them with their homework? Maybe? Like, do you think? I mean, because who cares, right? She's so boring. That'll be interesting to see. All right. Oh, Janelle. Let's talk about Janelle now. I like Janelle's friends. I enjoy them asking her questions that hadn't, well, some of them were asked and answered in the past, but we're not talking about the same stuff again as much as how was it when your parents found out? Although we kind of knew that too. I didn't even address that in the video. What I went down a rabbit hole when I was doing my editing and when I was doing my recording, actually, and I'll probably edit out a lot of it, but I went down a huge rabbit hole of why did Janelle say no? Sometimes I think Janelle says no and she doesn't mean no. Okay. Let me see if I can turn this off on my laptop. Okay. Oh, the key came today. Oh, that's good. Guess who went to Tennessee and took the key to the other car with her? Yeah, it was in my purse. Yeah. Yep. Nobody noticed. My husband didn't go anywhere. So I luckily noticed because I don't know what would have happened if it would have been the last minute. There would have been a freak out over there. But I noticed on Friday, but it was Friday after the post office was closed. So went to the post office first thing Saturday morning and sent it back. We were going through all these things in our head, like, do I drive back home and drop it off and then come back here again? That's 2 full days of travel. And then I'm like, why don't I just send it? Yes, we only have 1 key to the car because my husband lost the other one for the second time. The other time was a different car and the kids were very small. So in fairness, it was about 25 years ago. Nevertheless, I'm just saying I never lost one. He's lost 2. And the second one, we haven't gotten replaced. It was at my oldest daughter, this house, at her wedding. Lost it. Anyway, so we haven't gotten it replaced, partly because it's a 2011. And I'm like, I don't know how long the car's going to last, but it's still ticking and going. So he's been talking about getting another key made for it, but it just hasn't happened yet. So here we are. I took the key. It was in my purse. But both our cars, you don't use the key to start them. You just have to have it with you. So it's easy for me to have. I used to always have both keys to both cars just always in my purse. And it didn't matter. But now that we're down to 1 key, I have to always remember to take it out and hang it back up on the key hook. So anyway, that was what the text was. He was telling me that the key arrived today. In the meantime, my mother lent her car to him for the day. That came quickly. I'm glad I didn't overnight it. There is no mail on Sundays. On Saturday, if I would have overnighted it, it would have come on Monday. You know how expensive overnighting was? Was something like $35. I think I paid 12 to do priority, and it came the exact same day. They said it was going to come on Thursday, but the lady at the post office is like, they're just trying to be really conservative in their estimates so people don't get upset with holiday. And just in case a huge storm comes or something, it'll be there before Thursday. I'm like, I hope so. I want my mom to give up her car almost all week. It came on Monday. One day. All right. It got all the way from Tennessee to my local address. Not even to like the post office downtown, but like that's amazing. Okay. So what were we talking about? Oh, that's funny that my bit. Amaretto called my cats into the room. Worship me, human. That's it, right? And that's what's going on here, right? Please. I will lean against you. It's so funny how cats do that too. They do that like arm leaning on you, like pet me. Okay. She is so quiet. This cat is usually non-stop meowing. It's amazing. And the funny thing is, the only reason they switched the food, I mean, they didn't know anything was wrong with her. I mean, the vet said she seemed fine in that. She's just, some cats are more vocal than others. I'm like, oh, she meows all the time. It was kind of cute because she wasn't bad, but she liked to be touched and all that. She eventually started over grooming. She was no longer an orange cat. She was like white cat because she licked off all the hair from over grooming. And so they have been for the past 6 months trying to figure out what it is she's allergic to. They realized it was an allergy. It wasn't a neurological thing. And yeah, so they think that she's allergic to maybe chicken, maybe beef, maybe both. But anyway, rabbit food is the purest food. It's pure rabbit. So if you need to do an elimination diet, so you start with rabbit, and then if things get better, you can slowly add things back in and then see. But based on the fact her behavior has changed so much too, and she's so quiet. Look, she's quiet sitting here. Normally when you go to pet her, she starts to meow. And as soon as you stop petting her, she would meow. Like it was just, it's amazing. Okay, you don't care anyway. I'm teaching anybody who happens to have a cat and happens to go through things like this. You don't realize how much behavior is tied to diet, but it really is. I mean, it does make sense. It's the same with people, but wow. Okay. Aw, thanks, Erin. Okay. She's finally putting her head down. She's getting comfortable. Resting. Okay. Lady Bat, well said. I love that Truly has a relationship with an actual dad. Mm-hmm. An actual dad who appears to have been a very good dad. From all we can tell, it seems like if he would have been rotten, something would have been out in social media by now. People would have dug something up. And of course, what we just see on the show is he just seems like just a nice guy. Truly is going to be tall like Isabel. She is. She's already as tall as her mom, isn't she? I think so. And she's only, what, 14? 15 maybe? She's going to turn 15. On the show, she's getting ready to turn 15, and she's almost taller than her mother already. Okay. Okay, people are talking about Jen's husband. I don't know what. I hope it's not bad news that his cancer is back. Has anyone... Oh, somebody said who has cancer, so I guess that you guys were talking about it. I hope, apparently, from what the little bit that I heard about it, it was pretty aggressive. I think it was stage 4, and I don't remember what kind, but it was not good. It was not a easily curable one. Sad. It's very sad. And that could very likely be why she's not on the show right now. I mean, well, this other girl is going through some sort of divorce. I don't know the timeline on that, but Jen might be like, I can't film with you anymore. And the show may have very likely said, Mary, who else can you get? Because you can't carry an entire storyline by yourself. You have to have somebody to talk to. And Mary lives by herself and she doesn't have a job. So it has to be her girlfriend. I don't think her family is all interested in being involved. Although it would be interesting to get Rebecca and Nathan to do something with Mary and have Mary talk to them about everything she experienced and see their reactions. I think that would be priceless because Nathan tends to have Cody's back on the show. Although, watch my video about the interview somebody did with somebody who's very close to them. And he really feels a little bit different, although he's very PC about it. And Rebecca is, I think, pretty much over Cody. Yep. Elizabeth said, I love how David tripped into Christine's leg and then said, I fell for her. That's the dumb jokes I love. See, Elizabeth, those are the dumb jokes I hate. but still way better than anything Cody would say. So I'll take it. It's just, I don't know. It's fine. It's fine because it's sweet. It's a way of him saying, I like your mom in front of Truly, who probably really doesn't like anything lovey-dovey between them, and Isabel doesn't either. And they've actually made it clear. Even that joke about him tripping over, Isabel kind of did a little bit of an eye roll, but she did smile. I think he's trying to find that balance too. He and Christine have learned over the past year and a half how their actions affect their children. So he's pulling back. All right. Okay, everyone's putting dumb jokes in the chat. That's great. Okay. Oh, see, I didn't see that. I just saw the post. Can somebody email it to me? Maybe somebody did. Let me go to my email. I have it open. No, I don't think so. No, we did. If somebody can email it to me, that would be good. I just saw the little clip that said, FYI, wait, here. This is what I had. Let's watch me read it. Taking a break from my social media hiatus to say one thing. There's a ridiculous video of my father circulating where he says he reaches out to his children. Let me be so effing clear. I have not heard from that man since my brother killed himself. Cody blatantly blew me off. Oh, see? I never got to the end of it. I was so flabbergasted by the rest of it. Okay, you guys don't have to send it to me. I've got it. I've not heard from that man since my brother offed himself, you're supposed to say on YouTube. Cody blatantly blew me off at Garrison's funeral. He is a liar. He is a joke of a father. That's all. Blatantly. Not just, well, he didn't talk to me, but he was busy doing this, that, and the other thing. He blatantly blew her off. He ignored her. Them, they, whatever. I don't know. I can't. Sorry, I'm a speech therapist. Leon. Blew off Leon. Wow. Okay. So actually, when Leon says, taking a break from my social media hiatus to say one thing, there's a ridiculous video of my brother circulating where he reaches out to each of his children. Maybe so. I've been clear. I've not heard from that man since. Oh, yeah. Okay. So not since the funeral. Since the day, or at least around the time, maybe even before, but definitely since the death of Garrison. Wow. Leon, I'm so sorry. It's just not right. You shouldn't have to go through that. All right, I got to change these banners or I'm never going to catch up. There we go. Second set of banners. Okay, while I'm at it, since I'm here, let me go ahead and read. Our big supporters are Maggie Galronsky, Taffy Greensay, Sailboat RN, CP, Jen, Nuclear Rabbit, Leslie Reddick, Becky S., April S., Darlene Hall, Carol, Deborah Sabella, Barbara Dijak, Liz S., Alwyn the Mini Chef, Mary, J. Shanty 3, Linda W., Aaliyah, Crafty Florida Lady, Shaniqua Smith, Lynn Skinner, and Knit My Bit. And our exclusive SOS supporters are Libby Sher, S. Castle. Is that supposed to be Castle or is it supposed to be Cassie? Because it says Cassle. I've just never seen Cassle before. Anyway, Paulomi Chowdhury. Oh, I just botched that Indian name and I apologize, Paulomi. Monica Nilsson, Monica Nilsson Soulhouse, Katie Wellahan. See, when the names are newer-ish, I struggle. Here we go. I'm better now. Lisa F., Birdie K., Carol Annie D., Oli Moly, Star Wills, Lisa Elmer, Shanna Banana, Pam's Crafty Heart, Libby Sher, Silky DK, Janet Ebert, Steph Stevens, Edel Sodal Peterson, Imir Huckleberry, Alyssa 1704, Laura Gruber, Patricia, Unesthetic Life, Yankee Ghost, Tracy's Fractured History and More, Kimberly Beckstead, Kendra MP, Lavender Vanilla, SL Wynn, Jane Morgan, Oceanborn, Lisa Ochino, Amanda Scott, Joni C., Karita 30, Linda Merman, Lisa Gasca, Holly Jones, Joni C. 615, Anonymous, Allie D., Echo Gilman, Christine Werhope, Lean, Living an Eclectic Life, Cindy Gregory, Laura McWilliams, Dee Dee, Steamfrog 99, Pinky Tusk, J. Lou, Jennifer Harmon, Marie Lingham, Evie, Stacy G., Karen Perk, Skilled Virgo, Shotzi's Piece, Marsha Cooper, Diane Almeida, Farron, Amy D., Lindsay B., Lisa, Xochitl Mario, Carla Colson, Alexandria Swan, Rain Lady, Sarah Lewis, Marie Crab, Waldo's Mom, Danny Towns, Ms. Lita, Ladybird's Mom, Donna Redmond, Jessica Denham, and Caitlin. Thank you all for being at the membership levels 2 and 3. And that is one of the benefits of those levels. But let me also shout out and say thank you to the Keep the Lights On level supporters as well. You make a difference to me. You do. And your names are going to scroll across the bottom next. Okay. Here we go. Back to the comments. Okay. While I stopped and went over there, 30 more comments came through. Okay. I'm petting you. All right, so did I talk enough about? I did Christine, Janelle. So Janelle's friends. So there was that, and then the best part about Janelle in this episode was Janelle sitting with Maddie in the kitchen and talking to her and just sort of saying, "Dad wants to meet up with me." Which, let's go over this again. I do believe he wants to meet in Raleigh, which is an hour and a half, if I did the math correctly, to where they live, where Janelle lives. I looked up like where the farm was. I don't know. And I believe Charlotte is where, well, let's see. Charlotte is where, and that's about 3 hours away, 3 to 4 hours away. McKelty lives. And then there's Raleigh, and then, oh shoot, what is the name of the other city? I can't think of it. There's a lot of cities in North Carolina. I'm thinking Chapel Hill. I'm thinking, anyway, the city that Maddie basically lives by, because I don't know if anyone knows her exact address and the exact city that she lives in, but I do know the name of like the area where Tata Farms is and all that. And so all of that they're close to. I think Tata Farms is like within a half an hour of their home. It's not like down the street, but it's not that far away. That's an hour and a half. It's like, I looked it up on Google and it was like an hour and 25 minutes or something like that. Well, Cody's going to go to the other side of the country because he wants to meet with Janelle, but he can't drive to meet her. His issues, this man. I wish that when Maddie heard that, she would have said, well, why do you have to go to Raleigh? because that's where he flew into and he doesn't want to put the miles on his rental car. You know, the man is house poor now. Castle poor. Caustic castle poor. Oh gosh. All right. Okay, thank you all for filling me in on the thing. I did find it, and it's my bad that I didn't finish reading it. That goes to show you how busy I am and how flabbergasted I was by the first half of it, not realizing the second half of it. How long before Robin claims one of the kids said something to offend her or hurt herself or one of the tender's feelings? Not too long. At this point, it'll be a long time because nobody's talking to any of them. And they're not speaking to, I mean, the whole thing is just an awkward situation. But I do believe in time, as soon as, well, it probably not the girls. I find it hard for her to say, Isabel really hurt. Like, you know, I just don't think she would say any, who knows? I don't know. I go back and forth, clearly, you can tell. Because as soon as my mouth starts to say what my brain is thinking, my brain changes its mind and goes, you're talking about Cody and Robin, not normal people. Oh, right. All right. Okay. We need to have an update on the pantry after the organizing. Right. After a long day of work, I need to know if she completed her work chore for the day. That's very funny. Okay. So the rest with Janelle was pretty benign. She basically just said, okay, we'll see. I'm happy to meet with him because we got along fine at the very end when we needed to figure out the land and the property stuff. Okay. We'll see how it goes down. I have a feeling she's going to just lay over and be like, okay, wow. I mean, we saw the wow in the preview. That's very Janelle, right? Wow. Wow. That's those are words that would have been nice to hear you say a long time ago, but thank you for that. What brought this on? Oh, I just feel like I need to take full accountability for things now. So, well, some things, not whatever it is you want me to take full accountability for. He was very clear about that in his talking head interview. Well, no, it was when he was talking to Robin. And I think it's because Robin did not seem thrilled, did she? She did not seem to buy into the whole apology tour. Started to feel like it's the first time she's hearing about it. You know, 6 months later in the talking head interview, when she had time to reflect on it and figure out an excuse for why she was completely non-responsive and appeared to not be in favor of him apologizing to his wives. I feel like, yeah, maybe he did it on camera to get her to agree to it because he knew she wouldn't want him to take a trip to see each one of them. I don't know. He was so bizarre too when he said, it's not like I'm seeing all three of them together. I don't want you to think anything weird's going on or, you know, and like, what's wrong with that? Like, I just, they create drama that's not there. So if you meet them each one-on-one individually, or you meet all three of them at the same time, could be less drama to just meet them all at the same time rather than, oh, you're going on another trip to see another ex-wife. Like that could be more direct. He just has to make a mountain out of a molehill constantly. And this is an appropriate use of the word constantly. All right. So she seemed to be surprised, taken back, I believe. I'm slouching here in the bed, but I'm scared. I feel like my clothes. I know, I'm sorry, I'm moving. This is why I didn't want to do this, but I feel like I look like I'm wearing a potato sack or something here. Okay. Yeah, we're back to petting, petting, petting. Here we go. So I think, well, you saw him interrupt her when she started giving her opinion. I mean, she seemed very clear that she wasn't in favor of the entire situation, right? And so when she started to give her opinion, he's like, oh, but let me finish what I'm saying. Because I know you're going to say no. And once you say no, that's it, because you wear the pants in this family. And this is something I really, really want to do. Because it's like 3 vacations for me. Let's face it. I get to take 3 vacations and get in a car once I get there and road trip. Well, he's going to road trip to Mary's. He'll drive there. Well, probably road trip to, I mean, he can road trip to Christine's. He could also fly there. He could get it done a lot quicker if he flew there, but he'll probably road trip. Pilgrimage. Not a pilgrimage. Improper use of the word. But he's claiming he's going on another pilgrimage. Never went on a first one. The Garrison thing was not a pilgrimage either. It's not fit the definition, but we're going to evoke that word again and say he's going on another pilgrimage because he wants to romanticize everything he does. He wants it to seem grander than it is, a bigger gesture than it is, a bigger deal than it is. He just, everyday things in life, he can't just do. Neither can Robin. She can't organize a pantry without calling it a job and that she's working. Like I don't know how the two of them cope together. I really think the OG3 is what held the whole family together. And I think that they might end up divorced simply based on the fact that there's nobody to do all the work anymore. There's nobody to do the finances. There's nobody to organize things. There's nobody to plan things. There's nobody to book airline tickets. I mean, in this situation, TLC's probably handling it. So they're lucky in this regard. But just to handle the everyday things, I just don't see how they're going to do it. Neither one seems capable. They don't. And neither one of them seems like they really want to grow and develop in that area either. I don't know. I mean, yes, Cody went all the way to Morocco. Well, I'm telling you, Fox held his hand the entire way. He had a car service pick him up at his front door. And then it ended with a car service dropping him off at the front door. And that included flying first class the entire way and staying in really nice hotels, with the exception of the actual experience on the show. Stacy, thank you for hitting the like button. 173. Yes. Yes. Even Amaretto is excited about it. Interesting. I'll have to look that up, Rebecca. Rebecca says Cody is a receding and retracting narcissist. I've never heard those terms before. I have to look that up. I don't deny it. I just don't know what those mean. Oh, Pookie pointed out Cody's new haircut makes him look like Leon. Huh. I'll have to see a picture side by side, but I can see it. Like I can picture that in my head. I don't understand his haircut so much because it seems to have a lot of poof in the back, like extra poof. Like it's longer and he almost put it up in a bun, extra poof. Like there was extra in the back. And it struck me when I was watching this episode, his haircut is kind of the same thing. The camera in the seat as he's driving through North Carolina, and the camera, or maybe there was a cameraman. I don't know. It's possible. There was somebody actually there recording him. However it was set up, the shot has the profile of him, and his hair is, I mean, it's shaved on the side, so it's bigger in the back, but it seems extra poofed out. Like he really likes volume backwards, which I don't really understand. He likes to have like a tail or something sticking out the back. It's very interesting. All right. Fairy wings. Yes, she kicked the dog. 100% she kicked the dog. Early episodes of Sister Wives. It was when they were coming home at night and the dog went running up to him and she just took her foot and kicked it out of the way. I mean, it wasn't a kick like, I hate you, and so it kicked it in the ribs. It was a get out of my way, but she kicked the dog. And the dog wasn't doing anything. It was just coming. It wasn't even like trying to get in the house or, like something that you would take your foot to try to keep it. There was no need for her to do it either. Yep. Unfortunately, because it was at night, the video of it on the show is pretty grainy. All right. It's always bothered me about Robin not liking animals. If you don't like animals, she's not a good person. Yes. Although I will say I was very surprised to hear Christine doesn't really like dogs. Like that whole dog scene is sort of like McKelty said something. She didn't come out and say she doesn't like dogs, but she basically said that she thinks that her mom appreciates dogs outside. Yeah, I'm not a dog lover, so I don't. She might not be a animal lover either. Shanna Banana, the due date is Pi Day, March 14th, 3.14. Easy for me to remember. I'm like, was it the 12th? Was it the 3rd? Was it the 15th? And then finally my daughter goes, Pi Day. I'm like, thank you. And if we can all pray that it is born on Pi Day or after, that would be fantastic, because her maternity leave does not kick in until 2 days before the baby's due date, and it's measuring big right now, so they might push up the due date. Okay, it's okay. I said, don't worry. Don't let it worry you. You don't need to have any worry and anxiety in that body of yours. Everything is going to work out how it needs to work out. Grandma's here. If I need to kick in some extra time watching a little baby, I'm happy to do it. I can still live stream with you all. That's at night. She's home at night. It's all good. I told her, you need to take an extra week or 2 off of work and not get paid. It's okay. Your life will be fine. It's a first world problem you're having right now. Don't worry about it. Just wait till the baby comes, see what happens. Take the time you can take. Take your PTO, and we'll go from there. It's okay. But it really would be ideal for maternity leave. If she could have maternity leave, because 2 days before the due date is 1 year that she will be at the company that she switched to. She switched to, I always forget, First Horizon Bank. We don't have them in Ohio, so she works for a bank now. All right. Somebody said bring back Blair. I didn't like Blair. There you go. There's one of Mary's friends I didn't like. I really thought Blair was just doing it to get on TV. He bothered me. Okay. Vixen, that's such a good point. I really wish Isabel would see David more of a father than, yeah. She might. In fairness, she might. But she's caught in that quandary of what do you put on television knowing that her dad watches it. And she is such a sweet girl, and she doesn't want to create any more dissension between her and her dad than is already there. So it could be that she's trying to walk on eggshells, although she was very clear about the fact that her mom is filling the role of mom and dad. And then we also have David helping out. But it's possible that he is filling a little bit more of a dad role. I mean, how much of a dad was Cody really to her in the last 7 or 8 years? Really? I mean, they were very close and she spent a lot of time with him. He was she was daddy's little girl. She was, out of all the kids, she was the daddy's little girl. Before Robin's kids. But even that, I don't even see Ari being like, when she was small and he could just hold her. Yeah, he had her all the time. But as soon as Ari could speak, I don't see her being daddy's little girl. It still seemed like Isabel held that spot. So I think that's what's so difficult for Isabel. And I understand that like there was a special bond there that he's broken. It's sad. So yeah, it would be nice. She may have already accepted more of David filling that role and being an example of a dad that Cody never was. She might not even realize that he's being a dad to her because he's doing things that Cody never did. So she was so scared that David was going to replace Cody. Well, he hasn't. He's not doing anything like Cody. He's the antithesis of Cody. So kind of deep down inside, she's accepting him for who he is and kind of filling this different role. She might not even realize he's filling the role of a dad. And she's calling it something else. And that's okay. She needs to do what she needs to do. But I'm appreciative that she does have that in her life. I wonder if there's, I mean, obviously, truly, but I wonder if any other kids feel that of David. Aspen is a girl of such few words. And McKelty and Tony, all they do is complain about Christine. They don't seem to mention David very much at all, but I don't know. Maybe they have that kind of relationship. It really does seem like Tony does not like Christine at all, to be honest. Okay. All right, so let's finish up here talking about, and I'm going to switch my banner to our Keep the Lights On level, people. There you are. Listen, if you are a new member in the past 24 hours, you might not be on here because I updated this yesterday evening. So just so you know, if you're like, what the heck? My name's not there. If you, in the last 24 hours, I apologize, but you will be there next week. Okay. Our last little bit is Cody and Robin. They're going to the same restaurant, the new Salsa Brava, which is American modern food. I don't remember the name. It was like Amica or something. Call it. It's not an American name. The restaurant says it's American modern food, but I don't remember what the name was. It was something like, I know. It's not right, huh? Okay, and more petting. I got it. I got the memo. I got the memo. There we go. Yes. Okay. This is, I know we love this, right? Yes, this feels so good. Okay. Okay. So they're at the exact same table. I mean, it's one thing to go back to the restaurant, but talk about deja vu. They sat them at the exact same table. I mean, maybe it's a very small place and it's the only place to put a camera, and it's a place that's willing to have them there. It doesn't really look that fine dining to me. I mean, they're sitting at a tabletop table, first of all. They're not, they're like the high stools, which are really uncomfortable. Unless the table in front of you has a footrest that you can put your feet on. I just find those, like, after 20 minutes, I'm like, can I sit in a normal chair? I'm not 22. But anyway, well, the other table was, maybe they had a low table because I don't remember seeing her jump up into the seat. But anyway, I'm looking at the other tables as they were walking into the restaurant. They were high tables. Then there's the bar, and then there's the one row of like booths, or it's a booth on one side, it's a bench on one side, and then it's chairs on the other side. And that seems to be the whole restaurant. So it doesn't seem to be that big. So and not that it has to be big to be a nice restaurant, of course. I wonder if when you look at the chairs, they look like they're just wood. chairs. They're nothing really special at all. So they have these buckles that have like a cushion on the back part of the chair and like buckles to like hold the cushion on so you don't have to lean against a hard chair when you're sitting. I didn't look at what the seat looked like, if it looked comfortable or if it was just a wood seat. And I should pay attention to that next time. I felt like they showed up and they tried to make the restaurant a little bit nicer by adding some linen napkins and I don't know, to the table to kind of step it up a little bit more than what it normally is. But I might be wrong. Maybe it's like that all the time. I don't know. Just looked okay compared to some of the other places they went to. But maybe the other places like, okay, we're tired of your camera crew coming in here and us keep comping everybody all this food, and it's not generating any revenue. We're not seeing the payout. So go somewhere else. Yeah. You tired? What? Okay. I know. Me. Pet. 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 Okay. Okay. Too much talking? How about you go back to sleep? You were asleep there for a second. Okay, 2 hands. I got it. Okay. If you're this much work, what is their child going to be like? This is preparation for what's to come. So, all right, so we're at the same restaurant, in the same seat. Cody starts off being as overt. I'm trying to think of the right word. Like, he's just over the top when he talks. He's over that affect is the word that keeps coming to my mind, and I feel like I use it too much with him, but he has too much of that affect. You know what I mean? And this is coming from somebody who has a lot of affect. So, generally speaking, if his level is annoying to me, I don't know how Robin, who has this kind of flat affect on her face, how she tolerates it. He's all over the place. The voice is modulating up and down, around, and all over the place. His face is here, there. He's leaning in, he's leaning out. I mean, it's a lot. There's a lot happening. And every time something like this happens, I think, how do you live with this every day after day? It's one thing to be with a narcissist, but to be with a narcissist who's also this out there and just exhausting. That's what it is, because it's exhausting to watch. Maybe that's why she's like this now. It's like her reaction, her natural body's reaction to all of that is, I need to be here to deal with that. Or maybe, possibly, she takes a supplement or two of his. Allegedly. I don't know. I have no idea. Let me tell you, in that talkback episode 2 seasons ago, something was going on. Remember that? When she was like, hi. Remember that? Right. It's on tape. There's no allegedly. I'm telling you, this was her face. And she said barely boo for the entire hour-long episode. So yeah, that was bizarre. I feel like she might dip into something that he's got going on there. I don't know. Allegedly. That's funny, Tracy. Even the Dollar Tree sells soap. Oh, back to Special Forces, man. He's never going to live that one down. Never. Somebody who can go to the extremes to bring an entire case to get each one of those supplements approved to bring on the show. It wasn't on the list of things that you could approve and that you could bring. He went out of his way. That was so important to him, his supplements. Cleanliness, smelling okay amongst people, social appropriateness, not on his list of priorities. Soap? Nah. Deodorant? Heck no. I'm not bringing any of that stuff. My hair is kind of doing something bizarre here, isn't it? is it sticking up like that? It's late. Okay. I'm so far behind. Let me do a faster scroll. I'm chatting. Just saw a comment that said Cody's hairline precedes it. That's funny. Cindy from Oz, 10 months of a member. Oh, which reminds me. Shoot, who was it? Who was it? Last week, I forgot to mention somebody was a 12-month member and I didn't see it in time. I'm going to have to mention it again next week because dang, it was one of our regulars. I just can't remember which regular now. All these names are going through my head. I'm like, was it maybe? Was it good? What? No. Shoot. Dang it. I have it written down on a post-it note, but that's back in Ohio, so that's not helping me. All right. Ah, that's funny, Danny. It's the first sister friend, baby. Well, we have some sister friends that are due right around the same time. I know there's been 2 people who have mentioned that they're pregnant and they were both due around there. I think one in February and one in March. So, and probably more, but those are the ones that have mentioned it in chat. So actual sister friends having babies, they are the real sister friend babies. But by proxy, I will claim my grandson as a sister friend. It is strange. All of a sudden, Janelle is aired with friends. They were never mentioned before. Yes, I wonder if it's because Janelle's so private. That I wonder that. Because we know that she said these were friends of hers for 2 years before she left Flagstaff. Now, this episode, we hear a whole different story that it's been just 1 to 2 years. So I don't know. But I mean, it's been a few years that she's been friends with them. These aren't like new friends. It's like on Seeking Sister Wives, sometimes I feel like they just find people out on the street and then say, hey, you want to be my friend? Okay, you're going to be my friend in this episode. Other people like walk into bars for like special occasions and they're meeting them for the first time on camera. I'm like, well, this is awkward. We're not even pretending like this is a friend. We are full out saying that this is somebody we don't know. Whereas these are friends, and the other girl, she's been a friend for over 13 years. So yeah. And she knew about the family. She knew what it was like there before. I just think Janelle's private and she felt like there's no need to put any of them on the show. And now there is, because they're all separated. And so they have to have content. And that's one of the content things is, let's have your friends. So what I think is great about it is, still waiting to see Robin's friend. Well, I guess technically we did. But Robin's friend ended up being a friend of Mary's catfisher. So that went horribly wrong. That's terrible. And that was how many years ago? My goodness, it was not that long after they moved to Vegas. Well, so they moved into the cul-de-sac anyway. I know. It wasn't that long ago, was it? I wonder what Savannah thinks of David. I bet she likes him. I bet she's like Janelle. I bet she's like, he's nice. Kind of corny dad jokes, but that's okay. That's who he is. Janelle's like, she's like a mini Janelle. Savannah, I mean. Savannah is like a mini Janelle. She like talks like her. She's quiet like her. She looks like her. She's adorable. I love her. I wish we could see more of her because I know she's living there, but she's choosing not to be on the show. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. What did I find interesting? Oh, Mary's saying she doesn't want to date somebody with the name Cody. Now, she didn't initiate that. Amber's the one that said, would you date somebody whose name is Cody? And she said no. And I'm thinking, Mary, now is not the time to make such a stupid little demand on whether you're going to date somebody or not. So if Ron's name was Cody, you wouldn't be seeing him or having, like, really? Chances are, if his name is Cody, it's probably going to be spelled with a C anyway, not a K. So already it's going to be different. But you could have a pet name for him. You don't have to call him Cody. And that is the dumbest. That's like saying I won't date somebody under a certain height or over a certain height or over a certain weight, or if they're bald or if they're not bald. Like if any kind of physical requirements of they must be this or I won't date them is ridiculous. It really is. And so for her to say not Cody, but then when she went one step further and said, or David, because Christine has a David, and that would be too weird. I mean, no, you guys never see or talk to each other. Would not be that weird. That bothered me a little bit. I don't know where she's coming from. Maybe she was just trying to be provocative, but I thought it was stupid. She loves you so much. I'm so happy she loves me so much. This is a cat that didn't really like people. You know I was at the shelter saving you too, don't you? All those years ago. You're going to go in your spot now? There's a spot here on the bed up by the headboard and it's behind. I have a pillow here, and she goes between the pillow and the headboard and lays there at night. And she stays with me all night. Yeah. She tried to get me to go into my daughter's bed. Last time my cat sat, the very first night I got into bed here, and she came and she kept meowing out and this is when she was more meowy. She was meowing. This was like a year and a half ago. Year ago, September. And so she's meowing. I'm like, yes, I know. You can come in here if you want. Yeah. And she just kept sitting out there. And I'd go out there and she'd start to walk away. And so I'd come back in here and we kept doing it over and over again. Finally, I realized she wanted me to follow her into my daughter's bedroom. She wanted me to sleep in my daughter's bed because that's where she would sleep, because she sleeps not really. She sleeps at the base of the bed, but sometimes she'll go up by my daughter's head. And then she'll go at the base of the bed. And then she jumps off and she goes on our climber. And she spends the rest of the night there. So she wanted me to do that. And she only went up by my head one out of a week. She only went up by my head one day. But I was like, when she did it, I was like, oh, she loves me too. I was very excited. And she would come up on the bed and sleep by my feet at night for a little bit. She was not like this, like half on top of me. Now she's like half on my leg over here, rolled up. And she didn't really let me pet her that much, but still, I would. I mean, I shouldn't say she wouldn't let you pet her. She liked it. She just meowed throughout the whole thing. But then she'd keep do more, but then she'd be meowing at you. It was an odd encounter. He was trying to speak cat, and it was difficult. So this is extra special, this little visit that I'm having this time. And as lovey as she is, and is now demanding that I have to stay in this room now that we're in this habit, because she tried on day 1 to get me to go in there. And I said, no, it's not. No, day 2. Because day 1, I thought, I might have to go in there. I don't know. We'll see. And she was okay, but she didn't come in here at all at night. I think she was on her climber. So day 2, she tried to get me to go in there. And I said, nope, this is where I sleep. And then she came up here and she's been here ever since. My girl. And now I have to do all my work from this bed. And I don't have to, but I want to spoil her. She's missing her mom and dad. What can I say? All right. What else happened in that conversation? Robin acquiesces. She says, okay, yes, you can go. But they made it very clear that it's not going to be a blanket apology for everything. Robin saw to that in their conversation. I didn't even catch that when we watched it live together. But as I rewatched it, I'm like, oh, she is very clear about saying, what are you going to apologize for? And then when he said, well, not everything they want me to apologize for, just the things that I know I need to. She's like, yes, okay. Did you catch that? Yeah. She's like, don't take, and she even said at one point, you don't need to be so hard on yourself. I think it's understandable that you were angry and, you were hurt. That's it. You were hurt. That's why you were acting that way. I'm like, whoo, enabler with a capital E. Ugh. The two of them, they fuel each other. Mama D, also a member for 14 months. Look at that. Mama DDT. Yes. So we have, and Pam's Crafty. Thank you for gifting a membership. Pam told me that there's a way I can gift a membership too, but I'll tell you what, Pam, I haven't looked into how to do that. And I know you sent me an email explaining it, and I need to get in and read it. All right. Wendy said, Christina. Oh, it was you, Tracy. That's right. Now it's all coming back to me. I don't need my Post-it note. I just need Tracy. Tracy from Tracy's Fractured History and More has also been a member for 1 year. Thank you, Tracy. I'm glad I saw that. Okay. I would say, Boogie says, that the ones without friends are Robin and Cody. They act like the real estate guy was a friend. They really did, didn't they? I mean, because Cody, he does. Any of his employees, he acts like, these are my people. These are my friends. Let's see. I thought it ended with a lot more information at the very end than I expected. Cody rambling. I'm disappointed that he's going into this without a plan. He said he doesn't know what he's going to say. He's like, oh, it's going to be hard to go and say, like, have a good life. Like, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. I'm like, oh God. Again, living with this man has got to be chaos. No plan. You were on the airplane ride. A couple hours on an airplane. You had time to scratch out a couple notes, an outline, something. Nothing. No plan. Doesn't know what he's going to say. Just knows he's going to apologize because he should. Not because he wants to, I don't think. I really don't. It's because he should. Yep. Okay. That pretty much covers it. I'm going to jump, maybe, if I can, if she'll let me, go to the bathroom and then log back on the other channel as we watch Seeking Sister Wives together. All right, which, by the way, my Seeking Sister Wives friends, yes, I know I am 2 weeks behind on those videos, but after I posted the other one, today after I recorded mine, I started editing it from 2 weeks ago, so they go much faster. My goal this week is to get all 3 out. After tonight, record tonight's and get all 3 of the last 3 weeks edited recaps of Seeking Sister Wives out this week. So there will be a lot to watch this week if you are a Seeking Sister Wives fan. And if you're interested in Seeking Sister Wives, it's on my other channel, Reality TV Breakdown. If time permits, keep your eye open on the other channel. I might do an impromptu live reading of Revenge too, because I know we missed last Wednesday. We're not doing Wednesdays anymore. It's just too much. I can't. I just can't. No need to explain. I just can't. And I might put it on Sunday nights, but next Sunday night, again, my daughter and my son-in-law are going to be here, so I'm going to spend as much time with them as possible. I will still live stream and watch the show with the SOS exclusives at the regular time, but I'm not going to add Revenge onto that. So I want to not go like 2.5 weeks without reading a chapter. So we're just going to do 1 chapter, and it's going to be short. And I am planning on hoping to do that tomorrow night, I think. Yeah, tomorrow night. That's my goal. All right. So it'll be short. It'll be quick. It'll be 1 chapter, but it'll be fun. I don't have my crown to wear, but I did bring the book. So keep an eye out for that. All right. And that's all we have. So I'm going to jump over now to Reality TV Breakdown channel, and we're going to watch Seeking Sister Wives together if you're interested. But thank you for being here on this live stream and discussing Sister Wives together. I appreciate you, sister friends, more than you know. Those aren't just words. That's sincere. It really is. Thank you for being here. You take care. God bless. Adios. Have a good evening. And see you in a week, if not before. Bye, everybody.
I remember when Sonny and Cher got divorced when I was 6, and it rattled me.
I had a lover in college, and it was a little tryst. I was a naughty boy. I had a dirty thought, and I thought David and I should go on a guys trip together.
I might have to agree. That would be cool.
I just thought, no.
David out on a guy's weekend.
Yeah, that's just would be cool.
Oh, he was kind of up for it.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Things that make you go,